Hi, this is Richard C. I'm answering a question submitted by a student. This question has to do with something called the difference quotient, which is used in calculus. You probably will be introduced to this in pre-calculus, possibly even algebra 2. What we're trying to find here is the first derivative of the function defined at 7. This is where we're headed. I'm going to just answer the question straight out, and then we're going to get back to this issue of the first derivative. So let's just go with this right now as it stands. Okay. So we have f of x equals the square root of x minus 5. And we want the difference quotient, which is f of 7 plus h. So this is going to be, oh, excuse me, I wrote that wrong. So we replace the x here with 7 plus h, and we're going to get the difference quotient. So I'll just call it the difference quotient dq. For now, we'll get into this in more depth in a minute. True. So it's going to be square root 7 plus h minus 5. And then we're going to subtract f of 7, which is going to be square root of 7 minus 5 divided by h. Okay, so let's do the subtraction. So you're going to get root 7 plus h minus root 7, because the 5s will cancel. You distribute that negative against the negative 5. You're going to go plus 5. The 5s will cancel. Now we want to simplify this further, and for that we're going to use conjugates. So we'll multiply this by the conjugate. So square root 7 plus h plus root 7 square root 7 plus h plus root 7. Okay. And now we're just going to FOIL these two things out on top, and you're going to get 7 plus h minus 7 on the top. This is the square root of 7 plus h times 7 plus square root of 7 plus h is 7 plus h. The inners cancel with each other, and then the outer is just square root of 7 times square root of 7, so negative 7. And on the bottom, we're left with h. We're not going to be able to simplify this at all, so square root 7 plus h plus square root of 7. Okay, and you can see the 7s cancel and the h's cancel also. Because when the 7s go away, you have h over h, so we can now write this as 1 over square root 7 plus h plus square root of 7. Okay, so that answers the question as written. Most people at this stage will be shown, it'll be shown to you if it hasn't already been shown, that what we're trying to find here is the first derivative of the function at 7, so f prime of 7. That's what we're really going after here. And this is just the limit as h goes to 0 of what we've got here, of the difference quotient. So 1 over square root 7 plus h plus square root of 7. And so we can just plug in 0 for h here, and this is going to give you 1 over 2 root 7, because this just becomes root 7 plus root 7, which is 2 root 7. And that's the first derivative of this function at when x is equal to 7. So that's not part of the problem. I'll just draw a little line here so we don't get confused. It's not part of the problem, but this is really what you're trying to do in calculus, is find derivatives. But you first are taught how to deal with these difference quotients. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and just keep plugging away. You'll see how all this ties together in a week or two. I don't think you're very far away from seeing the bigger picture in school. Okay, bye-bye. See you next time.